Hi guys! Welcome sa Engineered Math Channel. Sa video na to ay magre-review tayo for Engineering Board Exam Mathematics. So kung gusto niyo itong matutunan, just keep on watching. Okay, so magre-review ulit tayo for Engineering Board Exam Mathematics, which is the continuation of Calculus Part 1 natin. So, dun sa Calculus Part 1, nag-stop tayo sa item number 21. So, let's start with item number 22 for the Part 2. So, we have a lamppost 10 feet tall stands on a walkway that is perpendicular to a wall. The distance from the post to the wall is 15 feet. At 6 foot, man moves on the walkway toward the wall at the rate of 5 feet per second. When he is 5 feet from the wall, how fast is the shadow of his head moving up the wall? Okay, so drawing natin. So meron daw lamppost which is 10 feet high. Okay, tapos ito raw yung ground. Tapos meron daw man na nagwa-walk towards a wall. So let's say ito yung wall. Tapos ito yung ilaw nung lamppost. Okay, yung man nga pala ay 6 feet naman. Okay? So, let's say ito yung magiging ray nung ilaw. So, yung distance daw nung lamppost sa wall is 15 feet. Ang hahanapin natin kung gaano raw yung rate, kabilis yung rate yung shadow nung man. Let's say ito yung shadow niya na nakatapat doon sa wall. Ano yung rate ng movement? Let's say variables ito. Ano yung rate ng movement nito na shadow na to doon sa wall? Okay? So, let's say ito yung shadow nung man from the wall at kung saan siya nakaposition, let's say X. Tapos, mapansin nyo, yung ray of the lamppost, nag-extend siya dito sa wall. So, let's say ito ay may distance na U. Okay? So, ngayon, hanapin daw natin itong Z. Ano yung pwede nating mabuong equation para ma-solve si Z? Ito yung hanapin natin. So, di ba nakabuo tayo ng right triangle? So, pwede natin gamitin yung similar triangle. So, let's say, itong triangle na to, itong pinakamalaking triangle, tapos yung triangle na nabuo nung man sa triangle na to. So, we have, length of the sides are proportional, right? So, we have 6 over yung height ng man over yung leg na to, x plus u, equals yung kabuang triangle 10 over itong kabuang length 15 plus u. To. Okay? And then, pwede ring itong kabuang triangle dito sa maliit na triangle na to. So, equal siya saan? Z over u. Okay? So, ngayon, pwede nating ma-solve dito yung u in terms of x. So, gamitin natin to. So, cross-multiply natin itong dalawang equation sa magiging 6 times 15 plus u equals 10 times x plus u. So, 6 times 15 is 90 plus 6u is equal to 10x plus 10u. So, transpose ko dito si u, transpose ko dito si x. So, 90 minus 10x is equals to 10u minus 6u. So, we have 10u minus 6u is 4u. 90 minus 10x is copy lang. Then divide both sides by 4 para ma-solve si u. So we have u is equal to, eto factor out natin tong 10. So 10 times 9 minus x over 4 or simply 5 over 2 9 minus x. So sa si u. Okay? And then gamitin naman natin tong z over u tsaka 6 over x plus u. So we have z over u is equal to 6 over x plus u. So, therefore, z is equal to 6u, cross-multiply ko si u over x plus u. So, solve natin ngayon itong z in terms of x. So, itong mga u, palitan natin ng in terms of x. So, itong u na to, meron na tayong 4u in terms of x, diba? Ito. So, kulang na lang natin itong u na to. Pero, pasisolve natin itong x plus u using this equation. So, we have 6 over x plus u is equal to 10 over 15 plus u. So, x plus u is equal to cross multiply dito, tas ito cross multiply pababa, ito cross multiply pataas, 6 over 10 times 15 plus u. So we have, ilan to? 6 over 10 is 3 over 5. 15 plus u, substitute natin yung nakuha natin dito, yung 5 over 2, 9 minus x. So we have 3 over 5 times 15, single fraction na lang, so we have over 2. So 2 times 15 is 30 plus, ito magiging 5 times 9 minus x na lang, so 5 times 9 is 45. Distribute ko to, magiging 5 times negative x is negative 5x. So we have 3 over 5 times 30 plus 45 is 75 minus 5x over 2. And then factor out natin itong 5. So 3 over 5 times, common factor ay 5. Tapos itong 2, igilid ko na lang, magiging 15 minus x. Right? So simplify natin to. Cancel, cancel. We have 3 over 2, 15 minus x. So ito yung x plus u. So ngayon, masasolve na natin itong z. So z is equal to 6 times yung u. Ito pa rin. So 5 over 2 times 9 minus x all over. Ito ngang x plus u na nakuha natin, which is yung 3 over 2 times 15 minus x. So we have, ilan na to? 6 times 5 is 30, divided by 2 is 15, times 9 minus x over 3 over 2, 15 minus x. So 15 divided by 3 halves, so parang 15 times reciprocal is 2/3. So we have 10, right? So parang 10 times 9 minus x over 15 minus x. So ito yung z. So hinapahanap yung dz over dt, yung rate ng z. So differentiate natin. So dz over dt is equal to, implicit, ito differentiate natin. Dahil may division, quotient rule. So 15 minus x squared, then copy muna natin tong 15 minus x times derivative nitong 9 minus x is simply negative 1 minus, copy naman natin tong 9 minus x times derivative nitong 15 minus x is negative 1 din, and then meron tayong dx over dt, implicit. So simplify lang natin, 10 times, ito ay parang negative 15 plus x, ito ay magiging negative 9, tas negative pa, so plus 9. Tapos, negative times negative is positive x times negative is negative x pa. Then, dx over dt over 15 minus x squared. So, we have 10 times negative 15 plus 9 is negative 6. And then, cancel si x. So, we have negative 6 times dx over dt over 15 minus x squared. Okay? So, we have negative 60 over 15 minus x quantity squared dx over dt. So, ito yung hahanapin natin, dz over dt. So, meron tayong rate ng dx over dt, right? Ano yun? 5 feet per second. Tapos, meron din tayong pinapahanap na distance x, which is 5. So, substitute natin ngayon dito. So, we have negative 60 over 15 minus 5 squared times 5 feet per second. Tama ba? Okay. So, using calculator, masasolve natin itong dz over dt as negative 3 feet per second. Okay. So, therefore, the answer is letter A. Okay. Next, we have a rectangular box with open top is to be formed from a rectangular piece of cardboard which is 3 inches by 8 inches. What should be cut from each corner to form the box with maximum volume? Okay, so gagawa daw tayo ng rectangular box from a rectangular piece of cardboard. So, halimbawa, ito yon. Tapos, magka-cut daw tayo dun sa corner ng square. So, let's say, ito yung mga squares natin sa corners with dimension x. Okay? So, x lahat yung dimension yan kasi square. So, therefore, pag kinat natin tong mga squares na to, magkakaroon tayo ng box. Ito yung mabubuo nating box. Pag fill-weld natin pataas yung mga na-cut out natin na tong squares. Tapos, yung dimension value nitong rectangular box, Bale, dito sa side na to, we have, ito ay 3 inches, right? So, minus 2x, so we have 3 minus 2x. Tapos, ito naman, ano yung dimension yan? 8 inches. Minus, may kinat kang 2x, so parang 8 minus 2x. So, rectangle siya, so ito rin, 3 minus 2x, tapos ito rin, 8 minus 2x. Okay? Tapos, yung magiging height niya ay itong mismong x. So, ito si x, tapos ito ay 3 minus 2x, tapos ito ay 8 minus 2x. So, maximize yung volume. So, ano ba yung formula for volume for rectangular box? So, di ba volume nun is length times width times height. So, parang we have, multiply natin itong lahat ng dimension. 8 minus 2x times 3 minus 2x times x. Okay? So, ngayon, ito yung i-maximize natin na functions, yung volume. So, the first step, kapag nagma-maximize tayo, ay i-differentiate natin. So, i-simplify muna natin, gawin nating polynomial. So, if-FOIL natin to, we have 24 minus 16x, then minus 6x, then plus 4x squared. So, we have 24 minus 22x plus 4x squared. And then, nakamultiply pa sa x. So, we have, distribute lang, 24x minus 22x squared plus 4x cubed. Okay? Tapos, i-differentiate natin to. So, v prime is equal to 24 minus 44x plus 12x squared. Okay, power formula. And then, equate natin itong b prime sa 0. So, magiging 24 minus 44x plus 12x squared is equal to 0. Solve natin ngayon yung x dito. So, factor out muna natin yung common factor na 4. So, parang 4 times 6 minus 11x plus 3x squared equal 0. So, parang makakancel na itong 4. So, we have 3x squared minus 11x plus 6 equal 0. So, binaliktad ko lang. And then, i-factor out natin tong quadratic equation. So, we have 3x, x, 3, 2, minus equal 0. Then, equating each factor to 0. So, we have 3x minus 2 equals 0 is x is equal to, transpose 2, divide both sides by 3, we have 2/3. Then, dito, x is equal to, transpose 3, 3. So, therefore, meron tayong dalawang solutions. X is equal to 2/3 and x is equal to 3. Itong 3, hindi pwede kasi equal na siya dun sa width, right? Ito yung dimension natin, di ba? So, therefore, yung acceptable answer lang natin ay itong 2/3. So, therefore, sa choices, ang answer ay letter B. Okay? Next, we have an object moves along the x-axis so that its x-coordinate obeys the law x is equal to 3t cubed plus 8t plus 1. Find the time, second, when its velocity and acceleration are equal. Okay, so apply natin yung derivative. So, we have velocity is equal to the derivative of its position, which is dx over dt. So, pag differentiate natin itong x, we have power formula lang. So, 90 squared plus 8 plus 0, or simply 90 squared plus 8. Tapos, yung acceleration naman, derivative naman siya nung velocity v. So, dv over dt, or second derivative netong x. So, we have, pag derivative natin itong v, or yung first derivative ng x, which is itong 90 squared plus 8, we have 18t plus 0, or simply 18t. So, sabi, pinapahanap yung time kung saan equal yung velocity at acceleration. So, equate natin yung dalawang equation. A is equal to B. So, we have 18t is equal to V na 90 squared plus 8. Then, transpose na lang natin tong 18t sa kabila. So, magiging 90 squared minus 18t plus 8 is equal to 0. Okay, so, factoring this out, we have 3t, and then 4, 2. So, minus equal 0. So, equating each factor to 0. So, we have 3t minus 2 is equal to 0. So, 3t is equal to, transpose 2, divide both sides by 3. We have t is equal to 2/3. Then dito sa 3t minus 4 equals 0, transpose c 4, so magiging 3t is equal to 4. Divide both sides by 3, we have t is equal to 4 over 3. So therefore, we have two solutions. T is equal to 2/3 and t is equal to 4/3. So the answer is letter A. Okay? Next, we have given f of x is equal to 1 over x if 0 is less than x is less than b, and 1 minus 1/4 x if b is less than or equal to x. Determine the value of b so that f is continuous at b. Okay, so application ng differential calculus. So continuity. So masasabi natin na continuous yung isang function sa isang number kung kapag in-evaluate natin yung limit ng function na yon sa value na pinapahanap sa atin, let's say itong b, at equal siya doon sa function evaluated at the same number b. Okay, so since meron tayong piecewise function, mahanap natin yung limit nitong f of x as x approaches b in two ways, yung right hand limit tsaka left hand limit. So limit of f of x as x approaches b from the right, and then dapat equal siya sa limit ng f of x as x approaches b from the left para mag-exist yung limit of f of x as x approaches dun sa actual b. So ano ba yung gagamitin nating function dito sa f of x kapag right hand side limit or x approaches b from the right? So since ito yung given nating interval, so ito yung gagamitin natin para sa right hand side limit, itong b is less than or equal to x. So parang limit of itong function natin na 1 minus 1/4 x as x approaches b from the right is equal to, dapat limit of, ito naman from the left, dapat itong function gagamitin natin kasi less than b yung x dito, yung 1 over x as x approaches b from the left. So para mag-evaluate nito, di ba polynomial lang naman siya, substitute lang natin yung b dito sa mga functions. So para dito sa left side, we have 1 minus 1/4 b equals, dito sa right side, 1 over x, or palitan natin yung x ng b, so 1 over b. Okay? So, para naman doon sa f of b, walang problema kasi evaluate lang naman natin tong f of x doon sa x na b. So, yung gagamitin pa rin nating function ay itong pangalawa kasi meron tayong less than or equal. So, pwedeng mag-equal yung x sa b. So, parang pag in-evaluate natin tong f of b, we have, substitute lang natin yung b doon sa x. So, 1 minus 1/4 x. So, mapapansin nyo, itong f of b equal na siya dito sa right hand side limit natin. So, ang problema na lang, para mag-exist itong limit of f of x at maging continuous siya sa b, dapat equate na lang natin tong limit nitong f of x from the right dun sa limit ng f of x from the left. So, parang ito yung magiging key equation natin para mag-exist yung limit. Okay? So, ito na yung magiging equation natin. Solve natin to for b. So, multiply natin both sides for b. We have b minus 1/4 b squared is equal to 1. Multiply pa natin by 4 para mawala yung denominator. We have 4b minus b squared equals 4. So, transpose ko na lang tong mga b squared saka 4b sa kabila para magiging quadratic equation. b squared minus 4b plus 4 is equal to 0. Then, solve for b. Factor out natin. We have b 2. Okay, so perfect square pala siya. So parang b minus 2 equals 0 or b minus 2 equals 0. So pareho lang. So therefore, b is equal to 2 or b is equal to 2 then. So therefore, our answer is b is equal to 2. Okay? So the answer is letter B. Okay? Next, we have find an equation of the tangent line to the curve 1 plus 16x squared y equals tan x minus 2y at the point pi over 4, 0. Okay, so gamitin natin dito yung differential calculus. So, hanapin muna natin yung y prime dito. So, since hindi tayo nakasolve for y explicitly, implicit differentiation yung gawin natin. So, we have, susulat ko muna, 1 plus 16x squared y is equal to tan x minus 2y. So, implicit differentiation, derivative muna nitong left side. So, 0 plus 16 product rule. So, first function muna natin itong x squared. So, derivative natin itong y implicitly. So, magkakaroon tayo ng y prime. plus 16 uli. This time, differentiate naman natin tong x squared. So, copy muna natin tong y. So, we have derivative ng x squared is 2x. Okay? Then, equals, itong tan x minus 2y, we have derivative ng tan is second squared x minus 2y multiplied by derivative ng inside function na x minus 2y chain rule. We have 1 minus derivative ng 2y is simply 2y prime. Okay? Then, collect natin lahat ng may y prime. So, simplify ko muna. So, we have 16x squared y prime is equal to 32xy, plus, equals, then second squared x minus 2y, distribute ko dito, minus 2y prime second squared x minus 2y. So, group ko yung may mga y prime dito sa kabila, yung mga wala dito. So, transpose ko tong negative 2y prime second squared x minus 2y dito. So, 16x squared y prime plus 2y prime second squared x minus 2y equals, and then itong positive 32xy, transpose ko sa kabila, we have second squared x minus 2y minus 32xy. Okay? So, factor out itong y prime. So, y prime is equal to 16x squared plus 2 second squared x minus 2y equals second squared x minus 2y minus 32xy. Then, divide both sides by this quantity, magiging y prime is equal to second squared x minus 2y minus 32xy over 16x squared plus 2 second squared x minus 2y. Etong y prime, siya yung magiging slope natin. So, evaluate natin itong y prime using the given point pi over 4, 0. So, para ma-evaluate natin itong y prime or yung slope, substitute natin yung values ng x saka y, which is yung given natin na pi over 4, 0 doon sa ating nakuhang derivative na y prime. So, we have y prime is equal to second squared x is pi over 4 minus 2 times y is 0 minus 32x is pi over 4 times y is 0 over 16x squared or pi over 4 squared plus 2 second squared x is pi over 4 minus 2 times 0. So, simplify natin. So, parang second squared pi over 4 na lang to kasi 0 naman to. So, parang reciprocal ng 1 over cosine squared pi over 4. Cosine pi over 4 is what? So, parang cosine 45 degree yung pi over 4, di ba? So, we have square root of 2 over 2. Kaso, reciprocal mo siya, magiging square root of 2 na lang. And then, naka-square pa, so parang 2 na siya. Okay? Minus 32 pi over 4 times 0 is 0. So, wala na to. Over 16 times pi squared over 4. So, parang 16 times pi squared over 16. So, cancel sa 16, parang pi squared na lang. Plus 2 second squared pi over 4 minus 2 times 0. So, parang pareho lang to dito. Sagot natin doon ay 2. So, times 2 pa natin is 4. So, therefore, ito yung y prime or yung slope. So, next, gamitin naman natin yung point-intercept form nung equation ng line. So, diba equal sa y minus y sub 1 is equal to m, yung slope, times x minus x sub 1. Yung m, itong y prime. Tapos, yung given nating x sub 1, 1, yung given natin na point na pi over 4, 0. So, we have y minus 0 is equal to m natin na 2 over pi square plus 4 times x minus x sub 1 is pi over 4. So, therefore, ito na yun. Y is equal to 2 over pi squared plus 4 times x minus pi over 4. So, the answer is letter A. Okay? Next, we have find the derivative of y equals ln arctan of square root of 1 plus x squared quantity squared with respect to x. Okay, so derivative lang. So, yung given natin ay y is equal to ln arctan of square root of 1 plus x squared quantity raised to 2. So, pwede muna natin i-apply dito yung property ng logarithm na kapag may exponent, yung kanyang power ay pwede nating igilid. So, para magiging constant na lang yung 2. So, magiging 2 ln of arctan of square root of 1 plus x squared. And then, tsaka tayo mag-derivative. So, y prime is equal to, yung constant na 2, igilid lang natin. And then, derivative natin itong ln. So, di ba yung derivative ng ln u is 1 over u times derivative ng u. So, parang 1 over yung u natin ay itong kabuang arctan square root of 1 plus x squared. And then, derivative pa natin itong u na to na arctan square root of 1 plus x squared. So, ano bang derivative ng arctan? So, urong ko lang siya dito. So, ano ba derivative ng arctan u? So, di ba parang ano yun? 1 over u squared plus 1 times derivative pa nung u. So, ang u natin dito bali ay square root of 1 plus x squared. So, parang 1 over square root of 1 plus x squared plus 1 times derivative pa natin itong loob. Parang power formula kasi meron tayong exponent na 1/2 kasi square root. So, derivative nitong square root ng 1 plus x squared. So, parang 1 plus x squared raised to 1/2 yan, di ba? Baba natin si 1/2 times 1 plus x squared. 1/2 minus 1 is negative 1/2. Then, derivative pa ng loob. Chain rule ulit. 1 plus x squared is 0 plus 2x or simply 2x. Okay? So, therefore, we have, simplify natin. So, meron tayong makakancel dito na 2. Okay? Tapos, matitira dito ay x sa numerator. So, 2x over, yung mga nasa denominator, we have, etong 1 plus x squared raised to negative 1, nasa denominator na siya. So, parang, ito muna tayo yung 1 plus x squared square root. Ito yon. Tapos, itong nasa baba, simplify natin. May eliminate na natin yung square root kasi naka-squared siya. So, 1 plus x squared plus 1 na lang. Or simply, 2 plus x squared. So, 2 plus x squared. And then, itong arctan ng square root of 1 plus x squared. So, yun lang. So, therefore, our answer is letter A. Right? Next, we have evaluate the limit of sine t over ln to e raised to t minus 1 as t approaches 0. Okay, so first step, pwede natin i-substitute itong 0 doon sa t, doon sa functions natin. So we have sine of 0 over ln of 2 e raised to 0 minus 1. So we have sine of 0 is 0 over ln of 2 e raised to 0 is 1. So, 2 times 1 or 2 minus 1 is 1. So, ln 1 is also 0. So, therefore, meron tayong indeterminate form na 0 over 0 as the limit. So, hindi natin pwede itong gawing sagot, di ba? So, apply natin dito yung L'Hopital's rule. So, kapag meron tayong indeterminate form like 0 over 0, pwede natin i-differentiate yung numerator tsaka denominator, then yung na-form natin ng new function, tsaka natin evaluate ulit yung limit doon sa t is equal to 0. So, therefore, pag derivative natin yung numerator muna tayo, we have derivative ng sine t is cosine t over derivative naman ng ln 2 e raised to t minus 1 is chain rule. 1 over 2 e raised to t minus 1 times derivative ng 2 e raised to t minus 1 is simply 2 e raised to t na lang. So, therefore, we have cos t over 2 e raised to t over 2 e raised to t minus 1. Then, tsaka natin evaluate isa-isa ulit. So, pag in-evaluate naman natin itong limit nito as t approaches 0, substitute ulit natin yung t na 0. So, sa cosine t muna, we have cosine 0 is equal to what? 1. Etong 2 e raised to 0, substitute natin yung t na 0, So, we have over 2 e raised to 0 minus 1 equal yan saan? 2 e raised to 0 is 1, so times 1 lang over 2 times 1 ulit minus 1. We have 2 over 2 minus 1 or 1 or 2 na lang, diba? So we have yung numerator equal siya sa 1 over yung denominator equal siya sa 2. So therefore, hindi na tayo indeterminate form. Meron na tayong value for the limit, which is 1/2 using L'Hopital's rule. So the answer is letter B. Okay? Next, we have, find the area of the region bounded by x is equal to y squared plus 2 and y is equal to x minus 8. Okay, so application ng integral calculus which is area bounded by curves. So, first step, hanapin muna natin yung intersection nitong dalawang curves. So, pwede natin gamitin yung substitution na lang. Itong y in terms of x, substitute natin dito sa first equation. So, we have x is equal, itong y, papalitan natin itong in terms nga na x minus 8. So, we have x minus 8 quantity squared plus 2. And then expand natin yung binomial. So, square of a binomial, x squared minus 16x plus 64 plus 2. Then, transpose natin tong x dito. Magiging 0 na to equals x squared minus 16x. From positive, magiging negative x plus 64 plus 2. Simplify na natin is 66. So, have 0 is equal to x squared minus 17x plus 66. Then, factor out na lang natin. So, we have x factors of 66 that adds up to negative 17 is obviously 11 tsaka 6, negative. And then equate each factor to 0 to solve for x. Okay? So we have x is equal to 6 and x is equal to 11. So ito yung magiging point of intersection nung dalawang curves. Magiging lower and upper limit din. So para ma-visualize, graph muna natin yung given functions. So we have, yung muna tayo sa line, y equals to x minus 8. So, alam na natin na magiging part nung line itong dalawang points na to. So, evaluate natin yung lines x is equal to 6. So, when x is equal to 6, ano si y? Negative 2. So, we have 6 comma negative 2. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. So, dito. Okay, 6 comma negative 2. Kapag x is equal to 11, substitute naman natin yung 11 dito. Y is equal to 11 minus 8 or 3. So, we have 11 comma 3. So, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3. So, dito. 11, 3. And then, automatic, magiging part din to ng parabola. So, di ba yung parabola natin ay opening to the right? Kasi yung y yung naka-squared. So, ang vertex niya ay saan? 2, 0. So, dito. 1, 2. Okay. And then, ito i-graph natin to, connect lang natin automatic dito. So ito yung line, tapos ito yung parabola. So yung area bounded, ito yung hanapin natin. Okay? So ito ay 2, 0. Okay? So mapapansin nyo, mas madali kung gagamit tayo ng horizontal strip, right? Such that, yung magiging formula lang natin ay integral ng x right minus x left dy from y sub 1 to y sub 2. Okay, so magiging limit natin bale yung mga y coordinate. So, ito ay from negative 2 to 3, and then yung x right natin, ito 'di ba, mas to the right itong line. So therefore, yun yung gagamitin nating x right, which is yung dapat nakasolve tayo for x explicitly in terms of y. So transpose ko tong 8 dito, magiging y plus 8 is equal to x. So parang y plus 8 minus x left. So ito, nakasolve na for x explicitly, so substitute na lang natin. So we have y squared plus 2. Then, dy. So ito yung i-evaluate natin. So we have integral from negative 2 to 3 of, simplify lang natin. So distribute to, magiging negative y squared minus 2. So plus 8 minus 2 is plus 6. So plus 6, and then itong y plus y. dy. So, pwede nyo itong manu-manuhin using power formula, or use na lang kayo ng calcio para masolve nyo yung area. So, gamit na lang kayo ng calculator. So, using calculator, masasolve nating value for the area is 125 over 6. So, therefore, the answer is letter A. Okay? Next, we have, find the volume of the region bounded by y equals x cubed under the line y equals 1 and between x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 1 rotated about the x-axis. Okay, so application ulit ng integral calculus, which is volume of revolution. So, graph muna natin yung mga given function para ma-visualize natin. Okay? So, dun muna tayo sa y equals x cubed. So, when x is equal to 0, y is also equal to 0. So, ito part siya, yung origin. When x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1 cube or 1 pa rin. So, part to. As well as when x is equal to negative 1, y is also negative 1. So, part uli ito. Then, kapag to naman, when x is equal to 2, we have 2 cube as y, which is 8. So, dito. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, around here. Okay? Then, dito rin sa third quadrant, when x is equal to negative 2, y is equal to negative 2 rin. Kasi negative 2 cube is negative 8. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, around here. So, pag ginrap natin, parang ganito kasi itsura niyan. Okay? y equals x cubed. Ano pa yung mga given na line? Y is equal to 1. So, horizontal line sa dito. Okay? Tapos, between daw x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 1. So, dalawang vertical line. Yung x is equal to 0, siya yung y-axis, di ba? X is equal to 0. Tapos, x is equal to 1 dito. Okay? So, ito yung i-rotate natin, yung portion na to, dito sa x-axis. So, ang formula niyan, bale, is, kung gagamit tayo ng vertical strip is pi times y upper squared minus y lower squared dx from x1 to x2. Okay, so yung y upper natin na itong 1. Tapos yung y lower natin na itong y equals x cubed. Tapos yung limit natin na itong x is equal to 0 tsaka x is equal to 1. So we have pi integral of 0 to 1. Then yung y upper is 1 nga. So 1 squared minus yung y lower itong x cubed. So x cubed squared pa. Then dx. Okay, so masasolve natin to using calculator. So simplify ko lang ha. So 1 minus x cubed squared is x to the 6 dx. So pag ginamit natin yung power formula, we have pi times x minus x to the 7 over 7 evaluated from 0 to 1. So, pwede na lang kayong gumamit ng calculator. Masasabi yung volume dito ay 6 over 7 pi. Okay? So, therefore, the answer is letter A. Okay? Next, we have integral of x squared arctan x dx. Okay? So, hanapin lang natin yung antiderivative nito. So, usually, kapag meron tayong dalawang fractions na nakamultiply, gagamit tayo ng integration by parts. So, we have integral of x squared arctan of x dx, right? So, yung integration by parts, yung formula niya ay integral ng u dv is equal to uv minus integral ng v du. So, anong ilalet u natin dito? So, let u, let's say, arctan kasi madaling hanapin yung derivative niyan. Then, differentiate natin, du is equal to, derivative ng arctan is 1 plus x squared, right? So, times dx. Tapos, itong dv, gamitin natin itong x squared dx. So, we have x squared dx. And then, integrate both sides. We have v is equal to, integral ng x squared dx is power formula lang. So, x cubed over 3. And then, tsaka natin i-substitute dito sa formula. So, we have uv, so multiply natin tong u tsaka yung v na x cubed over 3. So, x cubed over 3 times arctan of x minus integral ng v du. V is x cubed over 3 times du, itong 1 over 1 plus x squared dx. So, evaluate natin tong integral. So, parang equal siya sa etong 3, igilid na lang natin. So, 1/3 x cubed over 1 plus x squared dx. So, mapapansin nyo, mataas yung degree ng numerator sa denominator. So, pwede pa natin itong i-divide. So, divide muna natin. So, we have x cubed divided by 1 plus x squared. So, x cubed divided by x squared is x. Multiply natin. So, we have x cubed plus x minus. So, x cubed minus x cubed is cancel. Tapos, itong x magiging negative. So, we have negative x. So, therefore, we can rewrite this as negative 1/3 integral of yung quotient na x plus yung remainder na negative x over same denominator na 1 plus x squared. And then, dx. So, pwede natin itong ma-evaluate itong negative 1/3. Integral ng x is simply x squared over 2, right? Power formula. Then, minus ko na to kasi negative x. Integral nitong x over 1 plus x squared. So, let u, let's say, itong 1 plus x squared. And then, du is equal to, derivative nitong u is simply 2x dx, right? So, therefore, x dx, so may dx tayo dito, ito na yon. Divide natin to by 2. So, we have x dx is equal to du over 2. Substitute natin. So, we have du over 2. Tapos, itong 1 plus x squared sa denominator, yun na lang. So, over u. So, parang integral ng 1/2 du over u. ln yan, diba? So, we have 1/2 ln u. And then, balik natin yung u dito sa 1 plus x squared. So, magiging ln of 1 plus x squared. So, therefore, ito na yun. So, negative 1/3, write ko lang nga, x squared over 2 minus 1 half ln 1 plus x squared. Okay? Tapos yung nasa unahan, itong x cubed over 3 times arctan x. So, x cubed over 3 times arctan x minus. So, ito na pala yung minus. So, minus 1/3. Then, distribute na natin. So, plus c pala to. So, we have x cubed over 3 arctan of x. Distribute, we have negative x squared over 6. We have positive 1/6 ln of 1 plus x squared plus c. Okay, so therefore, this is the final answer. So, therefore, the answer is letter A. Okay? Next, we have, find the length of the curve y is equal to x raised to 2/3 from x is equal to 1 to x is equal to 8. So, application uli ng integral calculus. So, yung formula natin dito is the length of the curve is equal to the integral of square root ng 1 plus y prime squared dx from lower limit x sub 1 to upper limit x sub 2. Okay, so yung lower at upper limit natin, ito to, yung x is equal to 1, tsaka x is equal to 8. Tapos, hahanapin natin yung first derivative nitong given function natin na y, which is x raised to 2/3. So, hanapin muna natin yung y prime. So, y prime is equal to, power formula lang to, diba? We have 2/3 times x raised to 2/3 minus 1. So, we have 2/3 x raised to negative 1/3. So, substitute na natin. Length is equal to the integral of square root of 1 plus y prime is 2/3 x raised to negative 1/3 quantity squared dx from lower limit na 1 to upper limit na 8. So, from 1 to 8. And then, pwede na kayong gumamit dito ng calculator para masolve nyo yung value ng length. So, using calculator, ang masasolve nating value dito ay 7.634. So, the answer is letter B. Okay? Okay, so I think that's it for this video. Engineering Board Exam Math PH for Calculus Part 2. So, abangan nyo lang yung future uploads ko for more topics about Engineering Board Exam Mathematics. So marami pa akong i-upload soon. So, sana ay may natutunan kayo sa video na to at maraming salamat sa panonood.